You took a car loan and then you realize that the car loan you've taken is not actually at the best of the terms that are there in the market, that somebody else could have offered you a better deal and now you're regretting it. So what do you do? Do you stay stuck with that loan, or can you take the step of transferring that loan? Good question. And guess what? We have all your answers. So let's talk about car loan transfers to bank and individuals. Hello and welcome. I'm Anukriti Bisht, a financial advisor with a leading financial institution of the country, and you're watching a learning episode on wealth management bite size. Now, how does a loan transfer actually work? A loan transfer would mean that you are transferring your current loan to a different bank. In that case, what happens is that you contract a new bank, that bank agrees to give you the loan and thereby settle your loan with your current bank, and you continue to pay your EMIs to the new bank at your new agreed terms and conditions. So, sounds very simple, right? But now, should there be few things you should be looking at before you decide which bank you need to go to and how it needs to work, and why should you actually do that? What is it that you are getting an advantage of? There are quite a few things actually. Maybe you want a reduced tenure without the penalty charges. That could be one of the things. You want to reduce your overall interest rate and the other bank is offering you a good deal at the interest rate, so that could be another thing. And maybe there are other factors that you want to consider. So those are the things that we are going to talk about right now. So your first step, go shopping. Go and make sure that you get the best deal. You will need all the information possible in order to get this loan which is available in the market. Do your research beforehand. Make sure you've seen at every single option that exists in the market, because it is not a decision you can take on a very regular basis. At max, you would want to transfer your loan once and that's about it, especially when it comes to car loan, because the tenure period is not that long and it will not be really a very viable solution for you in case you're looking at a later period in your overall tenure. Negotiate, get those bargaining skills running and to your advantage. Talk to your current banker and see, maybe they will reduce your interest rate. If that happens, it's a win-win situation for everyone and no extra paperwork needed, nothing else required, and we can shake hands on it and settle that. But in case they are not ready to do it, you need to make sure that all your information for your current loan is there and ready and up to date with you. That means your tenure, your interest rate, currently the outstanding amount that's pending, every single thing needs to be with you in order to make sure that this makes your time. Calculate your EMI. How many EMIs left? How many EMIs to be given to the new lender in case you decide on one? What is the difference that it is actually making to your overall saving? Also, make sure that you've included in your calculation your penalties in case of any, and your processing fee, because there will be one processing fee at the new lender as well. And then see, does it make sense to you or does it not make sense to you? Transferring your car loan after a period of 2 years may not particularly be to your advantage. So just make sure that you have actually taken care of that moment in your overall tenure, which is that break even point, that you've not missed it for this to be of advantage to you. Now, once you've done all this, what are the various documents that you would require for everyone? You'll have those photographs and ID proofs and address proof. In case you're a salaried employee, your new banker that you are dealing with and trying to strike a deal with right now will again require your salary slips and bank statements and PAN cards. And for a self-employed person, it will be your balance sheets and P&L and your saving accounts and your TAN card. Now, consider this, that this is again a loan application. You are applying for it and they will be either granting it or rejecting it. So that entire process is something that you might have to go through all over again, right? So make sure that you've understood that and you want to go through this process. But in the end, if the pot of gold is there, you have some savings, then why not, right? Nothing comes easy. A little bit of effort is always required, and we're here to help you out with the knowledge of it. Now, what in case you want to transfer your loan to another person? Now, this will happen in case you are unable to pay your EMI completely and absolutely, and you would want to sell your car, your asset in this case, to another individual, and along with that you want to transfer your loans. Now, is that a possibility? First of all, you'll have to check that out in your loan documents. See that it is clearly called out there that a transfer is a possibility, and the new person who it is transferred to will take on the loan responsibility. It should not happen that you have sold your car without checking this and turns out that your bank does not allow you. That would be a horrible situation to be in. So take that minute, take that time, go pay a visit to your banker and make sure that you've understood very clearly that this is a possibility. Offer a very good deal to a person who you're selling your car to. They are not only taking your car, they're also taking your loan, and that impacts them as well, because it will be their credit history that will also be judged at, looked at, and will get impacted because of the loan. So it should be worth their time and effort as well. So make sure that has been built in and considered by you before you try to strike a deal about it. Now, credibility. The person you're transferring the loan to, will the bank agree to it or not? Because the bank needs to be in agreement, will depend upon the credit score of this individual. It either be as good as yours or it should be better than yours. If it is better, it will be a much more smoother sale for both the parties involved in this case. So you need to have those conversations also. Make it quick, make it frank. Don't put too much of time into it. It is either a yes or a no as an answer. This is not something that is there within the gray area. And make sure that you are very clear with your banker once you try to do this. You can also look at dealerships as an options, because it is sometimes tough to find out people with these eligibility criterias, right? Somebody who's ready to take your loan, then that person also needs to have a good credit score. So why not just go to the dealership? Because a lot of people come to dealership to inquire about used cars and selling of them, and they could be a very good resource for you as a landing page to send people your way who might be interested in a car, and then you can go through them and have a selection and all that process. So make sure that you go and speak to your dealership as well. Along with your loan, you will be transferring the registration of your car. There would be some fees involvement in this as well. Your RTO will need to be notified about this. Make sure you've done all that. And the procedure could take a little time, maybe a couple of weeks, during which the background checks will be carried out by your bank for the new person to which that loan is being transferred. Your insurance also needs to go through. Your car insurance will also be transferred into your new borrower's name. So make sure that you've done that as well, so that you don't end up paying unnecessary premium over this and your new borrower is the one who's paying all. So these are few things that you should be aware about when it comes to car loan transfer to individuals and new banks. And I'm sure that everything's clear, but just make sure you are gathering as much of information as possible before you look at options for loan transfer, so that you don't end up financially in a worse situation that you might be in prior to the transfer. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found the information in this episode value adding. Don't forget to like us, share us, and subscribe to us. See you soon.